idea that what is about this Darlung community, that they are not treated as tribal community. Then they had given me only 1.5 hours. So I had to collect all the information from the library and from the here and there. So within 1.5 hours, I had to talk on behalf of you that this Darlong community to be enlisted in the tribal community. And after that, it was enlisted. I'm very happy. And only first day I went there for oath taking only. And second day I had to talk about you. That was my first and last, I think so. And then next day it was adjourned and I came back here and joined as Chief Minister of Tripura. So this festival is organized centering around the harvest of winter crops and is celebrated in accordance with age-old customs and practices. I am not sure whether it is true or not, but what I found that Darlung is a tribal community now of about 11,000 people, more or less, I don't know, maybe more, with a high prevalence of education, culture, activities, what we have already witnessed, serving in different high position in the local administration too. This festival strengthens unity and solidarity among the community members and simultaneously conveys respect and reverence for the thoughts, wisdom and knowledge of our ancestors. In the year 2026, the core theme of the festival has been chosen as Feathers of Time. This theme tells us how the journey begins from the teachings of our forefathers, passes through various historical struggles, and progresses towards modern stability and self-confidence. It symbolizes the community's ability to move forward with time while holding firmly to its roots. Darlong Tharlok Kut stands for a glorious example of traditional agriculture, culture and customs of the Darlong community. Though over time, this great festival had faced the influence of modernity, yet its essence has remained intact. Though the initiatives of the Darlong Injam, a social organization of the Darlong community, this festival has been re-established and is now being celebrated on a grand scale. It has been possible to revive a tradition that was once on the verge of being lost. In this festival, the traditional Darlong dances and songs, their customary rituals, traditional attire, feathered headgear, folk performances, cultural presentations, and their unique food habits and social practices are being beautifully showcased. In recent times, a significant and proud chapter has been added to the Darlong community. The official recognition of the Darlong community as scheduled tribes makes a history milestone in the history of our state. For a long time, the pain of not being officially recorded as a distinct community was deeply felt by the Darlongs. That pain came to an end by dint of the Constitution, that is Scheduled Tribes, other Amendment Act 2022, which formally recognized the Darlong community as a separate Scheduled Tribes. This constitutional recognition is a recognition of the self-respect, self-identity and cultural dignity of the Darlong community. Since the year 2022, Darlong Tharlok Kut has acquired a new meaning and dimension. It is no longer only a festival of tradition, it has now become a festival celebrated on a broader state-level platform. This festival is now included in the annual calendar of the events of ICA department. Brothers and sisters, various initiatives are being undertaken for tribal development, covering economic, cultural, administrative, and other related sectors, and these efforts are ongoing. In the state budget, particularly in the departments of education, health, fisheries, health, fisheries, animal husbandry, and tribal welfare, developmental schemes are being implemented in the close connection with tribal communities. As per revised estimated of 2024-25, the total state budget stands at 30,296 crore. Excluding salary, allowances, pensions, and interest payment, the total development expenditure amounts to 17,014 crore, out of which 6,645 crore has been spent exclusively on tribal area development. This is approximately 39.06%. As part of this process, an allocation of 7,149 crore has been made for 2025-26, which is nearly about 40%, maybe more. In addition to budgetary provisions, substantial expenditure is also being incurred for tribal area development through funds like Rural Infrastructure Development Fund sourced from the NABARD. Besides this, several external aided projects are being implemented, most of which are located in tribal dominated areas, creating multiple opportunities to improve quality of life of tribal communities. Many national highways are being constructed across the state, most of which pass through tribal inhabited regions. For land acquisition, the highest compensation is being paid to tribal communities. As a result, alongside infrastructure development, the socio-economic condition of tribal people also improve. Apart from these major projects, several department-specific schemes have been introduced exclusively for tribal brothers and states and sisters. In addition to statutory provision, the Tripura Tribal Areas Autonomous District Council is provided with significant enhanced financial support, not only through the TTADC, but almost every department of the state government is actively implementing budgetary works in tribal dominating areas. We have also this another project that is in the forest region, element project. We have already borrowed about 1,700 crore. That is also for the development of the tribal peoples. The state government is making dedicated and continuous efforts for the overall socio-economic development of tribal communities, ensuring effective implementation of welfare schemes, honoring history and identity of the tribal community. As a mark of respect to the Maharaja, the Agartala Airport has been renamed, already you know about it, as Maharaja Bir Vikram Kishore Airport. A full-length statue of Maharaja Bir Vikram Kishore has also been installed at the airport. At the heart of Agartala city at Kamanchomoni, a statue of Maharaja Bir Vikram Manikya Bahadur has been installed. The birth anniversary of Maharaja, 19th August, has been declared a government holiday. 12 tribal dominated blocks in the state have been declared as aspirational blocks with special focus on education, connectivity and improvement of living standards. We gave about more, alongside the budget, we give extra 10% allocation for development of those areas. The traditional tribal attire, Risha, then Pachra, then our pineapples have received national international GI tag recognition. Between 2019 and 24, seven members of tribal communities have been honored with the Padma Shri award on the recommendation by the state government. You must be knowing that Thanga Darlong also have received out of them. The social pension for tribal community heads have been increased from 2,000 to 5,000 without any capping. Several hills and places have been officially renamed to reflect traditional tribal names, restoring historical identity. On 16th January 2020, the long pending issue of Bru Riang refugees lasting 23 years was resolved through a historic agreement signed between the Government of India, Government of Tripura and Government of Mizoram and Bru representatives. On 4th September 2024, in the presence of our Honorable Union Home Minister Sri Amit Shah, a tripartite agreement was signed in New Delhi On 24 September 2024, members of the NLFT and ATTF formally surrendered with arms. To ensure effective implementation of tribal welfare works, dedicated officers have been assigned at both district and subdivisional levels. In every district, TCS ranked district tribal welfare officer. In every subdivision, a subdivisional tribal welfare officer have been appointed to oversee projects meant exclusively for tribal communities. 84 Bonodhan Bikash Kendras have been established across the state. Collection and value addition of forest produces such as broom, grass, amla, tamarind and medicinal plants are promoted. Under the World Bank, this assisted Tripura rural economic growth and service delivery project that is stressed about 1,400 crore is being invested for improving education, connectivity and livelihoods in tribal blocks. Under special livelihood package, 1,316 families have received income generation support and 100 market sheds have been constructed. Under the Chief Minister's Tribal Development Scheme, 9,326 beneficiaries have received 25,000 each, amounting to a total expenditure of over 23 crores. Under the Chief Minister's Tribal Women Entrepreneurship Development Programs, around 20,000 tribal women artisans have been covered through free yarn distribution. Each artisan received 1.25 kg of yarn free of cost, valued at approximately rupees 887 per kg. 3 new degree college tribal hostels have been made operational. Tribal hostel boarding allowances has been increased from rupees 55 to 80 per day, benefiting over 34,000 tribal students. Pre-matric scholarship for class 6 to 8 have been increased from rupees 400 to 1,000 annually. Free textbooks, merit awards and coaching support are routinely have been provided. In 2024-25 alone, over 1.06 lakh tribal students benefited from scholarship, textbooks and hostel facilities. Smart classrooms have been introduced in government-run tribal hostels. 29 new hostels have been constructed for tribals and 44 tribal schools are under construction. You know about Ekalobo Model Residential School. 21 schools have been approved and 12 schools have been made operational. 2,475 students are currently enrolled. 6 schools undergoing construction are expected to be completed by March 2026. About over 10,380 tribal students will benefit from this school setup. Already when I went to Delhi a few days back, I already placed the demand for more 15 this EMRS in Tripura, and as because there are some guidelines, so I already told them to consider or to establish this EMRS in Tripura. So far, the sports and culture is concerned, already we have made 2 synthetic football turfs and 1 more is under construction. State level tribal hostel football tournaments are being organized. As you know that drug menace is everywhere, particularly in tribal areas. So we have already have given one slogan, football is game, drugs are shame. Chief Minister's Tribal Development Mission, in that solar power and water purification systems are going to be installed in 50 hostels. The mission was launched in November 2023, focusing on education, health, sanitation, drinking water, and livelihood. In PM Janamon and PVTG development under PM Janamon, 65,840 families in 1,263, particularly these vulnerable tribal groups, habitations are being provided with housing, water, electricity, roads, mobile connectivity, education, healthcare at 322 crore has been spent in 2024-25 alone. Thousands of houses, Anganwadi centers, roads, solar electrification units, and community hubs have been completed. Tribal communities are not merely a section of the society, they are the foundation of our culture and identity. The state government has accorded the highest priority to tribal welfare and remains committed to protecting their rights, land, dignity, and heritage while ensuring the development reaches every house. In essence, the Darlong community is vibrant tribal group from Tripura that has successfully achieved significant recognition, allowing them to preserve and promote their unique cultural heritage. I wish the state level Darlong, this Tharluk Kut 2026, a big grand success. Let's all remain united to make a new Tripura.